All right, good evening. If we could, please, we'd like to call the Tazewell County Board to order, please. John, would you please call roll?
Crawford? Here. Goddard? Graff?
Here.
Hall? Harris?
Here.
Hopkins? Josting?
Here.
Longfellow?
Here.
Mennel?
Here.
Milam?
Here.
Mingus?
Here.
Nelms?
Here.
Phelps?
Here.
Frail? Rich Dempson?
Here.
Schmidtall?
Here.
Schneider? Sen?
Here.
Stahl? Stump? Woodrow?
Here.
Hopkins? You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. If we could, please rise for the invocation and pledge. Lord, as we come before you this evening, we thank you for all the blessings in our lives, the family that we have, the country that we live in, the freedoms that we've been granted. Please watch over, protect us as we go into this next week and the next holiday season. Help us to just make sure that we do all that we can to celebrate each other and the country that we live in. Please watch over, protect us, keep us, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. This evening we are very fortunate. We have a few Korean War veterans here with us this evening. There was a nice event for them a little bit ago, and a couple of them remained for us. So I'd like to actually ask them to stand and be recognized, if that's okay. They came back tonight, and I'd like everybody to see. Gentlemen, thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Mr. Crawford, I believe you actually wanted to mention something about one of them.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will not take your thunder away, but I was sitting in my chair before the meeting and I looked up and I thought I saw a guy that I knew in a previous life. And his name was Clyde Lair. He was the county engineer, like this guy is the county engineer now, back when I was on the county board a long time ago. I think it was the 70s. And he became a county employee in 1958. I was not on the board then. And he retired in 1997. And the other thing I should tell you is he just got married 10 months ago, so he's a newlywed. His wife is here. His wife's Dolores. It's Clyde Lair and Dolores. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Moving on, we're going to actually split items D and E, and we're going to start off with our communications from elected and appointed officials. That's coming next. So, if we could, I believe, any communications from elected and appointed county officials? Then Mr. Hobson, you have the floor.
Okay, it's been 10 years, and I still, every time I walk up to a microphone, want to say good afternoon, Rotarians.
You were never there.
I know, half the time. First of all, I'd like to thank Tessa for being so gracious as to let us go first, because we've got this on our computer, and once we got it on the screen, I was afraid to take it down. So, the office of the circuit clerk was created by the Constitution of the state of Illinois and is a non-judicial officer of the judicial branch of state government, whose functions are mandated by state statute, Supreme Court orders, Supreme Court rules, local circuit court orders, local court rules, and county ordinances. The circuit clerk is not an official of local government, but is a state constitutional officer who is an elected official serving a 4-year term, who must be present at all court sessions and keep complete records of the proceedings and determinations of the court. The circuit clerk reports court records, statistics, and outcomes to the state of Illinois, the Secretary of State, the Illinois State Police, the Illinois Department of Corrections, the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts, and the State Disbursement Unit. The primary functions of the circuit clerk's office are maintaining accurate and secure court records, including case files, documents, wills, and evidence pertaining to criminal, civil, traffic, family, and juvenile cases. The circuit clerk's office also manages the flow of the cases through the court system. This includes assigning case numbers, scheduling court dates, tracking the progress of cases, and processing appeals. The financial responsibilities of the office include the collection of fees, fines, and other court-related financial transactions such as filing fees, fines from traffic violations, and payments related to court judgments. The office is also responsible for dispersing state and local funds, which in 2023 amounted to $6.6 million. Last year alone, our office accepted 21,625 case filings, with 13,357 of these in traffic court alone. Wow, that seems like a lot, you may say. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. The circuit clerk also records and maintains court orders, judgments, and other legal documents issued by the court, such as issuing warrants, summons, subpoenas, and other legal notices. Furthermore, we provide access to court records for the public and legal professionals by offering online services and law libraries where individuals can search for case information, pay fines, and access other court-related services. The circuit clerk also provides administrative support to the judges and court staff. This includes preparing courtrooms, managing court dockets, implementing and managing new technology, and assisting with the overall operation of the court system. The circuit clerk plays a vital role as a key contributor to various Illinois Supreme Court committees and commissions, including the Access to Justice Commission, the Illinois Judicial Conference, Technology Improvement Committees, and the Illinois Family Violence Coordinating Council. In addition, the circuit clerk also participates in legislative task forces, serving as an instructor at the Illinois Judicial College, and completes annual continuing education requirements. But wait, there's more. Here in Tazewell County, the circuit clerk also serves as the jury administrator. In that capacity, our office manages the court dockets and juries, selects Tazewell County residents for jury service as needed, and calculates the appropriate compensation for their service. You must have an enormous staff, you may say. But in the 13 years I've served as Tazewell County Circuit Clerk, we've decreased the size of our staff from 41 to 20, which has resulted in an accumulated savings of well over $4 million to the county. This has been accomplished through attrition and not filling positions that have come open, and has only been made possible by the hard work and dedication of the first-rate staff that we have assembled. And to those folks, I can only say a sincere thank you, not just for all your hard work, but for your efforts in making our office a place that I genuinely enjoy coming to in the morning. And at this point, I'd like to recognize some of the folks from our office. I have Cindy Bundy, Denise Duffin, Gina Eisfelter in the back, Caleb Zobrist up here, and Jack Hobson, my technology expert. I would be remiss if I did not express my thanks to Mike Harris, who, when we first came into office, was instrumental in helping us to streamline the operation. As you can see, the circuit clerk is an integral part of the entire state and county judicial system and is endowed with certain authority to aid and promote the judicial process by maintaining accurate, timely, and secure court records of the circuit court. It has been an honor and a privilege for me to serve as your circuit clerk. Thank you very much. Anybody got any questions? Don't ask me.
I've got one actually quick. When did you guys take over jury administration?
2018.
And where was it before you?
It was a separate entity, as Stu Umbolt said at the time, when we were trying to decide why it was that we took over the jury commission. It happened in 1980 when the longtime circuit clerk, Bill Zimmerman, retired, and the employee that was doing the jury operation didn't want to work for his replacement, so we split it up. And as Stu said, typical Tazewell County, we blow up the whole system because one person doesn't like it.
And so you assign everybody jury duty.
Yes, I do. You're up.
We know who to blame. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
All right. With no other communications from elected and appointed county officials, then we're going to move on to communications from members of the public and county employees. And Tessa, before you get up, I've got one. Sorry. Mr. Baird.
In my comments tonight, I want to reference my comments at the May Tazewell County Board meeting where I noted, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned Tim Baird in Fremont, where I noted that, I want to reference my comments at the May Tazewell County Board meeting where I noted that residents forced to live near wind and solar facilities should be compensated for the many ill effects of these installations. That was on May 26th board meeting. On June 6th, I saw an article on the internet that I printed off a copy for each board member I'll pass out tonight, where a judge in Ireland ruled that damages would have to be paid to residents that endured wind turbines' ill effects. I had promoted the idea that residents should be compensated in May, but in June I find where a judge ruled in Ireland that this should happen. So this is not a novel concept. That's all that.
Thanks, sir. All right. Tess?
Good evening. My name is Tessa Mahoney, and I'm the Executive Director of Age Central. Who are we? Age Central is the area agency on aging. We are a federally designated entity, and we receive federal, state, and local funds. We are one of 13 area agencies in Illinois, and there are over 600 nationwide. We serve as the backbone of the aging network. Our mission is to promote independence, dignity, and connection for older adults. We do that throughout our 6-county PSA, Planning and Service Area leadership. We serve Tazewell and the 5 surrounding counties. And we use a no wrong door service model system, meaning that we will answer any phone call, walk-in, or website inquiry. And we are serving Tazewell daily. We partner with a few providers in this area. Next slide, please. Here's a snapshot of some demographics for Tazewell. With roughly 131,000 residents, they are aging fast. 25K are seniors who are 65 plus. They're mostly rural, and there are transportation gaps. Some needs that we've identified as the area agency include Medicare navigation, home supports, social isolation, caregiver stress is rising, and our data shapes our priorities, where our programs are funded and where we plan. Here's a brief overview of our current services. So we do provide information and assistant calls, walk-ins, email inquiries. We offer person-centered options counseling, which is really a holistic assessment to help people identify needs and connect them with resources. We offer caregiver respite and dementia outreach. We were responsible in helping certify Eureka and Washington to become dementia friendly. We offer ride vouchers and then paratransportation. We provide meal referrals to people like Neighborhood House and MSW projects. And then there's in-home help available as well. Center for Prevention of Abuse is one of our funded providers, and that's why you'll see the APS referral that's mentioned at the bottom. That's Adult Protective Services. So who are some of our local partners that are specific to Tazewell? The Miller Senior Center, Spoon River Home Health, Interim, United Point, Saxony Court, We Care, Prairie State Legal Services, and most recently the Veterans Assistance Commission. So why does this matter? Because we are grant funded, usually our expenses outweigh our current funds because the reimbursement lags. So the rides, the homemaker wait lists, they're growing, the caregiver demand is accelerating, and the aging population is outpacing the current growth. And local dollars multiply impact. So we're able to use local dollars to leverage federal funds. And then we build support with our local providers and local entities such as the Tazewell County Board. How can the Tazewell County Board help? So you can share our information widely to seniors. You can help us host outreach events. We do regularly attend TazFest, so we have been there. You can provide small matching grants, fuel cards for our volunteer drivers, promote age-friendly zoning, and then champion Medicare clinics around open enrollment. Looking ahead, what does Age Central plan to do? Age Central plans to expand its outreach footprint. We are going to boost caregiver support options, strengthen transportation partnerships, advocate for policy change, and develop sustainable funding streams, all while we measure our impact and share a scorecard annually to highlight our success. And to wrap it up, I just want everyone to remember it's one call, one door. We're a no wrong door system. So if somebody needs help, you can point them in our direction, and we're happy to help them connect with a resource. And I want to thank you again for your partnership. My contact information is up here. If anybody wants to reach out to me directly, my phone number, my extension, my email. I'm happy to answer questions, and I just want to wrap this up by saying we're here to support the Tazewell seniors together. Thank you.
Questions for Tessa?
Thank you. Yes.
You had about 180 some long-term care residents displaced when their 2 buildings were sold. Was that in Peoria or East Peoria?
Yeah, I know what you're
Referring to.
referencing. Yeah.
Yeah. And did they get placed?
So I haven't heard any follow-up on that. I know that what we did as the area agency is we connected with Center for Prevention of Abuse because we fund their long-term care ombudsman program. The ombudsmans have relationships with people in nursing homes, and they were the boots on the ground. So what we offered to do was connect with the ombudsman, offer training and resources so that we could help connect these people with other placement if they needed somewhere to go. I haven't heard anything more since that initial conversation. We did offer to go in and host like a resource fair for those individuals, but it sounded like the ombudsman had it taken care of already. Hopefully that answers your question.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the presentation. You mentioned Neighborhood House in Peoria. Do they bring meals out even to Tazewell County?
I believe so, yes. That they have home delivered meals and then congregate sites. So we do offer meals in Tazewell County.
Any questions? All right, Tessa, and I've got one actually quick. As the need is growing, have they been working on different plans that you've seen and how to take care of things as the need is coming, but I don't know how much support is coming. Do you see more support and things planned, or is it still just kind of we're gonna try?
Is they the federal and state government?
Yeah.
I would say that federally, it's been very challenging lately. The grant funding has been level, so there have been no increases, and we just spent a lot of time advocating to keep services under the HHS budget. There was an HHS budget leak, And in that budget week, some of our programs were actually defunded completely. So we spent a lot of time advocating at the end of May to make sure that that didn't happen and that our programs stayed together. So it's been a challenge federally, especially when we're talking about Medicaid and SNAP. But we're one of 13 in Illinois. Illinois is very strong, and we're doing what we can to advocate. We did have our advocacy day on May 28th that received a lot of press. We're using that as a catalyst to keep the conversation going of how we can help make sure that these resources are available for adults as the aging population continues to grow. But federally, it's been a challenge. I think statewide, there's support in the state budget, but with the budget deficit, it can also be challenging.
Very good. All right. Well, once again, thank you very much for coming and spending your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Moving on to item F, may I get a motion to please approve the minutes of the May 28th, 2025 board meeting? Motion by Caden, second by Tammy. Questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, moving on to our in-place meetings, we have a in-place transportation meeting.
Call the in-place transportation committee meeting to order. Could I have roll call, please?
Chairman Middle,
Here.
Vice Chair Frail, Nelms, Grass,
Here.
Rich Simpson, Woodrow, Milo, you have the form.
Thank you. This meeting's required. We approved this in the committee, but there was some a mistake in the contract for a local bridge. It's a township bridge in Washington Township, using county bridge funds. This contract is for the engineer for the project, and we are sending this to IDOT for approval. There was some kind of an error, a small error in the contract, so we need to approve the revised agreement. Is there any questions?
So moved.
Second, thanks. Motion by Grass, second by Stinson. Any discussion? All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. We're in recess.
Very much, and moving on to the in-place property committee meeting. Heather?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to call the in-place property committee meeting to order. Sandy, will you call the roll, please?
Chairman Schneider.
Here.
Vice Chair Stahl. Harris.
Here.
Hopkins.
Here.
Josine.
Here.
Mingus.
Here.
Frail. Schmidtall.
Here.
Phillips.
Here.
You have the form.
Thank you, Sandy. I need a motion to go into an executive session citing 5 ILCS 120-2C5 land acquisition or leasing. Motion by Hopkins, second by Harris. We are going into executive session.